start with the head, I think, because it's in a good position. So we're going to look down onto the head, so looking at the overall shape and size, and then having a look at the brain structure inside the head as well.
Yeah.
So it looks a good shape. It looks like an egg, really, which is just exactly what we're hoping to see. So a nice normal size of the head, and we'll just check that by actually measuring as well. So across the head, think of ear to ear, and then right round where perhaps a little hat would go onto the baby's head.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, lovely. Now inside the brain, very, very complicated. We certainly don't see everything, but there are probably 6 things that we should see. And the first thing is called the cerebellum, which looks like a little figure of 8,
Yeah.
perhaps a bit like a ball of wool at the back of the head. So this is the hourglass shape of the area that helps with the balance of your baby.
Yeah.
Behind there is a fluid space, and usually fluid on a scan looks black, and again the same here, fluid within the brain, and that's normal. We have this as well.
Yeah.
Just want to measure that, it's fine. And then another, looking at the back of the baby's head, the back of the neck again. This is less significant today than it was at 12 weeks.
Yeah.
We should just have another look. That's good. You've got a good song this morning. This is the midline of the baby's brain here. And we can see this little square or perhaps rectangular shape at the middle of the midline. And then the last thing is looking at the fluid making system, or part of it anyway, which is this here. So we'll just measure the size of that little structure as well. And that looks lovely. So that's the brain all done, and baby's head and brain look fine. Now little faces, you maybe remember that the faces look a little bit spooky, the baby's eyes look too big. But this is the eye hole or socket, so it's the bony hole. And inside the hole is the eyeball, and the bit of the eyeball that we see is the lens, which is that little silver circle, actually part of the globe of the eye itself.
Oh, it's got its hands up.
Hands up over its head, yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
And then this is the nostrils and nose and lips of your baby, and you can see it's chewing or sucking at least.
Oh, look at that.
So you can see quite a lot of what's happening with these little bubs. We've got the nostrils, the nose tip, top lip, so we make sure there's no obvious hole through the lip, open mouth, bottom lip and chin. So baby's face looks good. Just want to see the other eye. Looks fine as well.
Did you see its mouth moving, Jim?
Yeah.
I also need to see the side view of baby's face, but we'll have to wait for it to move around a little bit for that. Hopefully it will. So there's this cute little hand. We've got the elbow stuck up, the wrist and the hand. And we need to have a look at the little fingers. That's beautiful. So we've got 4 fingers here, little, ring, middle and index. And if we just play through the loop of thumb, the thumb becomes more obvious just out to the side, which is just the same as us. The thumb joins on a different angle. So that's your thumb there. So from the baby's hand, there are 2 arm bones, the radius and the ulna, to the elbow. And then above the elbow, back to the baby's body again, is a single bone called the humerus. So this is the shoulder to the elbow. Looks lovely. To see baby's other arm. And it's laid on this one a bit like a swimmer, so this one's out by its side, the shoulder blade here, length of the humerus to the elbow, 2 arm bones to a wrist, and right down by its bottom, the other hand. So we've got thumb, index, middle, ring, and little fingers. So those hands look great. Now, because the baby's decided suddenly to lay on its front, we get really good view of its back, so we can see the spine closest to us. The spine is bone, so on ultrasound that looks white, and you can follow the line of the spine along.
It's like a fish.
It does, doesn't it? And across the top of the spine is the baby's skin line, so the whole baby should be covered with skin, but we particularly want to see the skin on the spine. Looks gorgeous. Got a good view of the heart here as well, so I'm just going to change to the settings for the heart. And we've taken a slice this way through the heart, looking at the major blood vessels. This is the main artery, the aorta. It's like an arch shape. And the blood vessel to the lungs. So the heart view looks good there. Run down the spine in little sections, so like taking slices from a loaf of bread. Brings us down to the baby's baby's bottom down here, and this is the leg, so we've got the thigh bone, the femur, basically the baby's knee to its hip.
Yeah.
Below the knee there should be two bones, just like there were in the arm, so we should have a tibia and a fibula bone,
Yeah.
and a
Oh,
little
look at his
foot
little
on the
foot.
end, kicking away there. In fact, you've got both feet together here, so hopefully we can show you them both together. So that's one foot there, and the other foot over here. So the tricky bit with toes is counting them, because the babies don't like to keep their feet still, so this can take quite a while. Just check both legs here.
Jimmy, look at the baby. You see?
There we go, so we've got little toe, 2, 3, 4, 5.
See the baby? See its feet?
And there's the other set. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. They look fine. And then we'll check the ankle. So can the baby stick its foot out at 90 degrees? Yes, it can, both sides. They look fine.
Jim, look at its little feet.
Little feet. Your hand's a bit full there, I think, haven't you? So back into the baby's body again. We're going to have a look at the bladder, which again looks black because it's full of fluid. That tells me baby's kidneys are working, so that's always good. Good picture of the cord as well. You can see the cord bringing food and oxygen to the baby, taking away the waste. And this picks up the blood flow of the cord, which looks fine. A little bit higher is the baby's stomach, so another black space, again full of fluid because baby's drinking away, and as we've seen it open its mouth, that's how they drink.
Jimmy, stop it.
So I'm just going to measure around the baby's belly where its little jeans would fasten. And then a really nice view of the heart again. So this is looking through the heart across the chest this
Yeah.
way.
Do you want to show me the video?
You get your DVD out.
Sorry.
It's alright, every movement goes through my arms.
Here, Jimmy.
So we can see the heart moving, you can see the little valves opening
Yeah.
and closing, and then we just want to check again where the blood vessels go. And make sure that the blood looks good. Now the baby's heart's about the size of your little fingernail, so they're not particularly big.
Oh, wow.
And the beating, let's have a listen, probably about 150 beats a minute. So sadly we don't find every heart problem. That sounds good, but we certainly look for as many as we can. And I don't see anything wrong, but we just don't find
Yeah.
all of them. So that's 163 beats, which is fine as well.
163, that's fast.
No, that's normal for a baby.
Is that?
Absolutely.
Jimmy's was what, 152, I think, at this scan last
Yeah,
time.
that's no difference. That's only 10 beats a minute.
Yeah.
If it was 180, I'd wonder why, but anything up to there is fine.
Yeah.
And just like yours and mine won't be beating the same rate, his and this baby are unlikely to beat the
Yeah.
same way as well. So long as the heart's in the right range, which it is, that's all we need.
Yeah.
So I'll have a look at the spine from the front as well. Again, we're following that double row of white dots along. We should get a good view of the kidneys from here. The kidneys are difficult for you to see. Please don't worry if you can't see it. There's a little pale grey kidney here, a little dark centre, which is where water collects before it runs to
Oh,
the
it just
bladder.
hit me.
And there's the other one at the other side. So the baby's laid with its head down, it's got its limbs across towards Dad and its spine towards me, so that means it should be laid on its right side with its left side in the air. So the heart's correctly positioned within the baby, that looks really good. This is your bladder, birth canal and cervix. Baby's head's on the cervix. Along the back wall of the womb is the placenta, the afterbirth, so that looks fine. And then we just need to check that there's no placenta in front of the cervix, the womb neck. And once we've done that, make sure that there's no blood vessels in the way either. That's really good. I'll have a look round to both sides of the womb. come round and have a look at the face. This baby's just turned over, so we should get our profile here. So nose and lips in the air.
That.
Look at the roof of the mouth as well if we can. So looking at where the baby's teeth will come through, hopefully.
Hopefully it's born with some teeth.
Oh,
We
you don't
go
want
through
teeth, do you?
teething.
Oh, that's not a good idea.
Oh, Jim, it's got my little piggy nose again.
You say?
Yeah. Oh.
There's a hand right in front, so all we're going to see on this 4D is the arm, unfortunately. The baby's decided to hide behind its arm.
Oh, baby, put your arm down.
You can see the little ear on the side of the head there.
Oh,
It's
yeah. Oh, look at its eye.
It's
That's
cute, isn't
eye.
it? Yeah, that's the eye.
Oh, I wish I had a go at seeing its face.
You can actually see it quite well in the black and white image here. This is the
Yeah.
nose line, the top lip, the bottom lip and the chin.
Oh, little tiny
Nose.
nose.
No, it's normal, that looks fine. So this baby looks lovely. A little bit more if we go around the side, but not a huge amount, so baby's really hiding there. Zora
It is,
with
it's got its arm right up.
right in
Mhm.
front. So let's have a look at the measurements that we've taken. We should have 11. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 plus the baby's heartbeat rate. 21.3 your due date. 21.3 is exactly what we've got.
Yep.
However, you know usually from having this baby that babies will arrive when they're ready, not when we
Yeah.
tell you they will. So is the baby growing is the question for us today.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
And without telling us, can you?
I know what gender the baby
You know what it
is.
is? Oh my God, what's that?
However, to me, it's just a body part. To you, it's a family member. So by the time you've gone, give me
Yeah.
5 minutes for somebody else, I won't remember.
Yeah.
So although it's very privileged information, it doesn't have the weight that it would have for you guys.
Yeah.
It's another baby to me.
Yeah.
So don't feel that I know something you don't, because very soon I won't remember. Oh, we're really hiding there.
Oh my goodness.
You can see the cord twisting away from
Yeah.
the baby there. It's beautiful.
But it looks healthy.
Baby looks lovely. Yeah, really good. Is there anything I haven't shown you? Anything that you don't understand, or does that make sense to
Yeah,
you?
no, everything was great.
Well, it certainly looks good to me, so I'm happy to let you guys go. I haven't
Yeah.
seen everything, that's not possible, but I have seen all the things that I'm supposed to see.
Yeah.
And as far as I can tell you with human eyes, your baby looks absolutely fine.
Yeah.
So there's nothing here that's caused any sort of worry.
So how big is it? Oh, sorry, I didn't have a look at the
We don't
measurements.
measure the length after 14 weeks
Oh,
because they
okay.
don't fit, so it's not accurate.
Yeah.
But it's approximately 15 centimetres
Okay.
from its head to its bottom.
Yeah.
If you were to put the legs on as well, probably about halfway down my arm. But remember, the baby doesn't lay like you do, it curls up in
Yeah,
the middle,
yeah.
so we can't ever measure the length
Yeah.
anyway. So approximately 15,
Yeah.
but what we do is measure the head size, the body size and the leg size, and make sure, as you've just seen, that they add up approximately to your due date, which they do.
Yep,
So I'm
perfect.
really happy with the size. Having said that, all babies pretty much are the same size today. It's really unusual to get one bigger or smaller,
Yeah.
because babies tend not to grow into their big size or small size until later.
Yeah.
So you can see on the graph, 10-week babies are all the same, pretty much 20-week are all the same.
Yeah.
It's really only when we get to about 28 weeks that some babies are a lot bigger and some are a lot smaller than this magic
Yeah.
average. But at 20 weeks, they should all be the same within a week.
Okay, perfect. That's great.
Okay,
Wonderful, thank you
there you
very
go. You
much.
can get rid of all the horrible goo.
Yep.